Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're back on our Mazzone sandrail. We're trying to make a decision on the engine. We're going to pare back the wiring a little bit because there's a lot of complicated wiring that doesn't need to be there. We're trying to simplify it as much as possible. See, we've been working on the wiring. We've got the switches all sorted out. We have our tail lights. We have our gauge lights. And then we have our headlights, which we've always had. We've lost this headlight. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. We may have to rewire. But that's really positive. We have everything we need. We should be able to move forward now with the engine. So we're going to get rid of all this wiring. There's just way too much junk here to deal with, and we're not going to want to reuse any of it anyway. But we're going to save it because it's all really nice gauges and switches and stuff. But we're going to go ahead and start extracting it all. See what we can come up with here. See how simple we can make it. All this big bulky stuff's out of the way. We have our wiring for the headlights, the tail lights, the ignition startup, and the battery to and from. That's all way simplified now. We removed the shifter. We're going to move the shifter forward about 6 inches here, and that'll put it in a very comfortable spot. We still have to do the steering wheel yet. That's next on the list. And then we got to pull the fuel tank because anything but a Volkswagen that goes in here is going to be bigger than this space allows. So we're going to take this gas tank out for now, and then once we make a decision on the engine, we'll put it back or move it depending on which way we go. All right, I wanted to show you guys this real fast because this just showed up today. This is a 2024 Kawasaki 1500 hull, or actually they call it a 160, an SXR 160. But it is beautiful and it is brand new and it's never touched the water. It's just an empty hull right now, but we're going to do something really fun with this. So. Trying to make a decision on the engine today for the sandrail. Let's see, we have a 22RE sitting here with a VW adapter already on it. I was kind of leaning towards that a little bit. Okay guys, we're over here at Merlin's. We're gonna find out about a motor situation here, see what we can come up with. Hey, is this Merlin's old school garage?
What are you doing, Jimmy?
You got motors over here for me?
Are you kidding? What are you looking for?
I need a motor.
I got motors that have been to the dunes. I've got motors that wish they had been to the dunes. I got motors that have been in Volkswagens. I got motors that have been in Porsches. I've got motors that have been at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we don't want that one.
Motors that have been at the bottom of Lake Powell. What are you looking for?
I need a motor.
You haven't got your buggy running yet?
I don't.
Well, I got this motor I'm working on, but this is the one that we beat the pistons out of.
Oh, this is...
It's almost ready to start.
Oh, wow.
I need to put a generator on it.
I didn't recognize it. I recognized the pulley, but that's it.
So I put that on so it at least have one new part.
Right.
But I got the new cylinders in.
Yeah.
I got everything all cleaned up and all the crusty out of it. I had to put new heads on it, obviously.
Yeah, those heads were in bad shape.
They were junk. So I'm really close on this one, but I don't think this is a good enough motor for your buggy. But I have this motor I've been working on. This one's got a lot of nice stuff. This is one of those we got from Joe.
From Joe, yeah, I recognize that. That's beautiful.
So that's that center cool
yeah,
fan
that's
thing.
beautiful.
Then this is Joe's motor, obviously, his baby from his buggy.
Right.
And then this is the other one that we got from Joe. And I've completely put a cam and everything in it, but we're waiting on cylinders and pistons for it. And then over here, this one I fully tested. It's actually really good. It's one I built a long time ago. It was a spare for my car.
Okay. Oh, that's
like a 1641 with a Weber.
Yeah.
But this one's cool. So when we went over to Ray Stevens,
right?
The little Porsche, the Pan American.
Oh, that was the Pan America
Carrera. So that's that one we
dug
out of
cool.
his shed.
Yeah.
But it has a broken crank.
Yeah, it's got a broken crank.
This is the other Pan American Carrera engine that they actually ran. That's like a 1917 or something like that.
Right.
Sounds like
that's the dry sump, right?
Sounds like a year, yeah. So this one's dry sumped.
Okay, yeah.
But I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know if it's any good.
Dude, that's a lot of motors.
And that's just in here. I've got more outside.
Wow.
But I think what I've decided, Jimmy, because you wanted that Corvair deal.
Corvair.
I think I'm just going to pull the turbo motor out of that red car.
Yeah.
Because the front end is so jacked up, it won't work, and the transmission's coming apart. You'll have to change the adapter.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll get that thing pulled off.
Are you serious?
Go get your jet ski
turbo
trailer.
Corvair motor.
The Corvair Monza Spider.
Oh, wow.
So go get your jet ski trailer. I'll get stuff cleaned out. We'll get McKay to help us load it.
All right.
And you can take it down and put the adapter on it and see if it'll fit in your car. If it'll fit in your car, my cousin Paul said he has a spare Corvair motor.
Oh, wow.
With a VW adapter that you could have.
Oh, wow.
So maybe what we'll do is some of the leftover pieces from your VW motor that we've been piecing together, we'll donate those to Paul.
Sure.
Because they'll probably need them for their 9 cars that they're going to build.
9 cars?
But,
wow.
Yeah. Go get your jet ski trailer and let's load it up.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. The consensus seems to be that I need to put a Corvair engine on this thing. So I went to Merlin's and went shopping for a Corvair engine. And he came up with a Monza Spider Turbo Corvair motor. So what we need to do is we need to see if we can make this fit on our Mazzone sandrail. See if we can get this thing mounted up and see what it looks like, if it's going to work or not. If it's going to work, we're going to move away from our Volkswagen engine idea and our Toyota engine idea. And we'll stick with this and see how far we get with it. All right, guys, you've witnessed the entirety of the experience I have with Corvair engines. So let me know what pitfalls I'm going to be running into. Obviously, I see the first one is that the rear cover somehow is attached to the oil pan. But it looks like the oil was just changed recently before they quit running it, so it looks like to be in really good shape. The rear main seal piece looks good. All this looks really good, so we'll figure out how to preserve these seals. Merlin gave me a VW adapter, so we're going to try to make that work. But I don't see anything stopping us from moving forward, so we're going to keep going. But let me know your thoughts on this. I'm well out of my comfort zone. We have this fancy adapter plate, and I've always wondered how to pronounce that. If you look really close, it says "say Y and." So it's a Y and adapter. And my question was, would the factory crank seal work on this aftermarket plate? So I knocked it comes in from the back, from the inside out, which is very strange, but it does look very clean. I do like the way it turned out. So I knocked it out of the stock bell housing and knocked it into this one, and it looks like it does okay. So this is just for mock-up right now. We're not going to put a gasket on or anything. I'm just trying to see if the trans adapter and the transaxle setup bolted all together, how it's going to work in this mid-engine setup. I went to the hardware store and bought some Allen bolts to change out those other bolts. And of course they didn't have the amount that we needed, so we had to buy longer bolts and cut them down. But this is all installed, and again, this is temporary. There's no gasket back here. I went ahead and went online and ordered that gasket and this seal. I did find some studs, however, which is very positive. So we'll be able to slide the transaxle in place and through bolt it, and we should be good to go. So we're going to keep moving forward on this. Hey everybody, well, we got the motor in. We got it mocked at least. We can start manufacturing parts and fabricating and everything. And looks like we're moving in a solid direction, so we'll keep moving forward on this. And until next time, thanks for watching.